In a world filled with distractions and noise, have you ever paused to consider how often we overlook important lessons hidden in plain sight? The Zen story of the stone in the road unveils a profound truth about mindful engagement that, once recognized, could change the way you navigate life. Imagine walking down a busy path when suddenly you stumble upon a heavy stone blocking your way. What do? Do you walk around it, ignore it, or perhaps even curse your luck for encountering it? As this tale unfolds, we follow a traveler who, like so many of us, faces a seemingly insurmountable obstacle. This traveler, weary from his journey, finds himself confronted by this massive stone. Instead of merely sidestepping it, he approaches it with a sense of curiosity. He recognizes this stone is not just an inconvenience, but rather a challenge that holds a deeper lesson. What if I told you that the stone represents everything that stands in our way, our fears, our doubts, and even our failures? Most people would just try to push it aside or ignore its presence completely. But this traveler exemplifies mindfulness. He decides to engage with the stone directly. With each effort to lift it, he discovers not only his own strength, but also a valuable lesson about perseverance. As he struggles beneath the weight of the stone, his mind begins to clear. He starts to realize that the true burden of the stone isn't its weight, but the burden of his thoughts surrounding it. The stone becomes a mirror reflecting his inner struggles. Each push and pull symbolizes the trials we all face, those moments when we feel like giving up versus the nagging urge to keep going. Consider this. How often do we let obstacles define us? How frequently do we let doubts weigh us down like heavy stones, believing we are powerless and stuck? This traveler, instead of succumbing to despair, chooses to see the stone as an opportunity to grow stronger. He understands that engagement is crucial. As he sweats and strains against its weight, he cultivates resilience. What comes next in our story is nothing short of enlightening. Instead of simply trying harder, the traveler adjusts his approach. He takes a step back, breathes deeply, and reassesses the situation. This moment of reflection is vital. It opens his mind to new perspectives. He realizes that he might need to use a different technique to move the stone instead of brute force. This shift in mindset reveals the essence of engagement, the ability to adapt, reflect, and approach challenges with a fresh set of eyes. Imagine, if you will, a moment in your life where you felt overwhelmed. Perhaps it was a difficult project at work, a challenging relationship, or even a personal goal that felt too lofty to achieve. Reflecting on these experiences, have you utilized the same principle? Have you taken a step back and allowed yourself the grace to adapt and innovate, rather than merely pushing against an immovable object? If stories like this resonate with you, and you crave more insights into navigating life's challenges through a lens of mindfulness, subscribing to this channel will give you access to a wealth of knowledge. You'll discover how to engage mindfully with life's stones instead of feeling crushed by their weight. Now let's return to our traveler. With clarity comes creativity. He surrounds himself with the tools of his environment, approaching the stone as a puzzle rather than a burden. He starts gathering materials, leveraging ropes and logs, finding ingenious ways to tilt and eventually lift the stone. This process of crafting solutions speaks volumes about the human spirit. It shows how collaboration and innovation thrive in the face of adversity. As our traveler rolls the stone away, he uncovers something extraordinary beneath it. A hidden treasure, perhaps a clearer path, or a revelation about himself that he hadn't recognized before. Each of us has that potential hiding beneath the stones we encounter daily. What begins as an obstacle transforms into an opportunity for growth, discovery, and profound change. But here's the critical piece. What was once heavy and immovable is now a symbol of potential. This tale challenges the commonly held belief that obstacles are merely setbacks. Instead, they are pivotal moments that can lead us to deeper understanding and growth. The secret, whispered through the ages, is that the real victory lies not in the removal of stones from our path, but in how we choose to engage with them. Each stone we face can serve as a teacher if we are willing to listen, adapt, and strive for progress, regardless of the weight we carry. As we conclude this journey of awareness, let's take a moment to reflect. What stones are you currently facing? What solutions can you craft? Every barrier presents a chance for transformation, and every struggle can become a stepping stone toward enlightenment. This Zen story teaches us a lesson that transcends time and culture, a reminder that life's obstacles, if approached with mindfulness and creativity, can lead us to paths of discovery and personal evolution that we never thought possible. So the next time you encounter a heavy stone in your life, remember the traveler. Embrace the challenge with curiosity and creativity, and let that stone guide you to the wisdom that lies just beneath the surface. And here is where the story becomes unmistakably personal, because the stone in the road is never just a metaphor, it is a mirror. Every obstacle you meet reflects something within you, your impatience, your hidden fears, your untapped strength. When you choose to engage mindfully, the obstacle stops being a threat and starts becoming a doorway into a deeper relationship with yourself. Think for a moment about how often we try to escape discomfort. We rush around problems, postpone difficult conversations, bury our emotions under busyness. Yet each untouched stone stays exactly where it is, waiting for the day it finally demands our attention. The traveler teaches us that postponing is not peace, it is merely delay. Real peace comes from turning toward the stone, not away from it. This is why Zen masters often say, the obstacle is the path. Not because they romanticize suffering, but because they recognize a fundamental truth. Growth cannot happen at a distance. To evolve, we must stand close enough to the challenge to see its details, feel its weight, and understand its nature. And something remarkable happens when you lean in with awareness rather than resistance. The obstacle becomes smaller. Not because its shape changes, but because you do. You rise, you expand, you stop reacting from fear and start responding from clarity. When the traveler lifted the stone, he didn't just reveal what was beneath it. He revealed what was within himself. The treasure under the stone was symbolic. What he truly uncovered was his own capacity for resourcefulness, patience, and courage. This is the essence of mindful engagement. Obstacles cease to be interruptions and become invitations. Invitations to slow down, to breathe, to think differently, to rediscover your adaptability, to reconnect with your inner stillness. Every obstacle in your life, whether emotional, professional, relational, or spiritual, carries a message. And the quieter your mind becomes, the more clearly you can hear it. So the next time you encounter a stone in your path, don't rush past it. Don't curse it. Don't judge it. Approach it the way the traveler did, with curiosity, with presence, with a willingness to learn. Because beneath the surface of every challenge lies a lesson meant only for you. A lesson that can reshape your journey if you're willing to engage deeply and mindfully. When you lift your next stone, you may discover that the treasure you uncover isn't in the path at all. It's in who you become while clearing it.